Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast on this September 11th. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope your day was okay. Tonight we are at Homestead-Miami Speedway for the 6th race of this season here in the 712Breaks Gen 4 Series. Thank you for joining me tonight. We got like 24 cars out here ready to get going for tonight's race. Garrett Wolfbarger was the fastest in practice. We'll see who can put down the fastest qualifying lap. Just a moment. See who's going to be the first off pit road. Nobody yet. There we go. Dakota Lee looks like he's going to be the first one. Oh, loose off 4 already, coming to his first lap. We'll see if he can get a stop before the line. Just barely, within probably 10 feet of going past. So he does get it stopped, and he'll be able to retry those laps. Very fortunate he didn't cross the line there. Cole Owen about to come off 4 to complete his first lap. First times going up on the board. Bradley Wilson, fastest at the moment, 32.92. There's Bradley in the number 51 OG Gear Chevrolet. Running that patriotic paint scheme for tonight. Across the line for Bradley. Going to be a 32.89, so slightly faster on lap number 2 for the 51. AC Graves to the top of the board in the 01. $32.84 for that 01. He's not going to go for lap 2. Dakota Lee, who we saw have that issue coming to his first attempt. First lap was decent, puts him in 8th. We'll see if lap 2 is faster. It looks like it will be. 32.97. That'll be good enough for a top 5 at the moment. Taylor jumps to 2nd, ahead of Bradley Wilson. Giglio making his way into the track to make his laps. Hayden Lowell to the top of the board. Now here's the caveat with Hayden. His favorite team, who knows why, is the Green Bay Packers, and they're playing right now. And he's not going to finish the race due to that. But he's going to start it, and it looks like he's going to get the pole position. So, I don't know. We'll see if that kind of drags him into racing it. Start on the pole, we may as well start the race, right? Oh, Blake gets the wall there on his first lap. Right on board. Lap 1 will not count as he got in the wall, so we're going to go for lap 2 here. Deep dive into turn 3. You'll see if it sticks. Looks like it will. And across the line to finish lap 2 for Blake. 32.75. That'll be top of the board. Pole position for the one car. Pretty good lap there for the Mr. Bubble Chevrolet. I think Andrew Beach was just taking the infield road course. Puts down a 15th place starting spot there. Alright, we're going to move on to our race. This thing underway here tonight. Bear with us for just a moment as we get penalties out as usual. Just for transparency, nobody had EOLs after Darlington, so everybody's good. Alright, let's go over our starting grid here before we get to the green. Blake Giglio going to start on the pole tonight. Starting in second, Hayden Lowell in the 56. Looks like he's going to start from... No, not from the pits. There he is. Okay. Casey Graves starting third in the 01. Todd Taylor in fourth. Cody Cleaver in fifth. Bradley Wilson in 6th, Davis Greenwell in 7th, John Neckrich in 8th, Dakota Lee in 9th, Patrick O'Keefe in 10th, Jeff Price in 11th, Trent Sneed in 12th, Ian Montrose 13th, Cliff Mullins 14th, Andrew Beach 15th, Liam Yervig 16th, Jonathan Lager 17th, Garrett Wolfenbarger 18th, Toll Owen 19th, Daniel Llewellyn 20th, Dalton Hayes 21st, Dave Hoytsma 22nd, Matt Banky 23rd, and Jeremy Sherritt starting in our 24th spot. Case car going to make the left turn. We'll get this race started. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Miami. Oh, we're wrecking off of 2. Huge wreck there, multiple cars involved. And our streak of not finishing the first lap under green continues. See what happens. I think it's going to start around the 6. I'm hearing apologies over the radio from him. Looks like he just gets loose off of 2, or into. And several other cars get involved in it as well. One of those being the 92 of O'Keefe. Right on board with him, see what he saw coming into this. Yeah, nowhere to go for Patrick. Brett Sneed, also another one of those, just nothing he can do. Alright, so Hayden Lowell was able to take over the lead once the yellow came up. Got some cars coming out pit road here, taking advantage of the early yellow. These guys can make around 53 laps on a tank of gas, plus or minus, depending on which lane they're driving in and how they're driving the car. But I would say the 50 to 55 range is your fuel window. Which means if you take fuel here, that puts you just that much closer to making it on one stop rather than two. Alright, so it's going to be a single file restart. Hayden Lowell going to be, obviously, the control car. And we don't have any cars to let down. Looks like Dalton Hayes has brought it behind the wall to the garage. So, not sure what happened to the 47 there. I don't think he got much damage in that accident. If he did, he's got the fast repair, so not sure what's going on with the 47. If he goes back out on track. We still have 23 cars in this race. Nobody's a lap down. Like Cliff Mullins just coming out of the pits though, so he's going to be behind on this restart. Back to the green. Hayden Lowell, it says, has picked up a black flag for the restart. Let's see if we can back it up and see if that's true. Yeah, he does fire off before the restart zone. So that's going to be a tough break for the 56. He's gotten out to almost a second lead. Hayden is going to bring it to pit road, and I have a feeling this might be the end of his night. Giglio gets taken 3 wide for the lead. Casey Graves and Bradley Wilson outside and inside respectively. And they're both going to take over the top 2 spots. There's a drive-through for Hayden. He's not parking it. So he's back out on the racetrack. Shouldn't go a lap down. The leaders are still in 3 and 4, so just going to need a caution, and he'll be back up with the field. Wilson's still holding on to the lead there. He's going to lead lap 7 and set the fastest lap of the race. It does not pay out a point in this series, but it's still good bragging rights. Totally making a move for the fifth spot on Davis Greenwell. Sorry, I thought that was Garrett Warren for a second. Saw the Home Depot car. Squirrely there off too as the lights come on. Big track change. John Neckrich, a lot of front end damage on that 6 car. He elected to not take the fast repair, and it looks like that car is a little bit off pace now. Hoping for Yellow to fix more of the damage, I think. Probably got some battling going on. Reach trying to hold off Liam Yervig. Benke, but loose there off of 4. Wolfbarger, Andrew Beach there. That was a battle for the 9th spot. Wolfbarger going to take over that spot. Giglio and Montrose going at it for 4th. Montrose going to move up into the 4th spot. Giglio looks to be doing a little tire saving. Oh, he gets the wall right there. Cody Cleaver, he's reeled in Casey Raves for 2nd. See if he can get around him here. Okay. Cody, we saw he had a lot of speed last week at Darlington, 2 weeks ago at Darlington. I forgot we had the off week. So not surprising to see him good at another intermediate. To have these cars figured out. Point there for the 2. Running the high lane, Casey down at the bottom. Cody should get a nice run here down the back straightaway. Casey not even going to try to block it. He saw that run coming. Giglio just blocking these guys. 7th back. Now he's going to fall to 6th. Cleaver and Graves still side by side down the front straightaway. Davis Greenwell here, fighting for 11. Jeff Price. Wilson, Cleaver, Graves, that's your top three. And you got Montrose, who's actually reeled in these top three. They're in that fourth spot, and then Wolfbarger running out your top five. He's kind of on an island right now. Giglio still holding that sixth spot. When he decides to turn up the heat and start pushing those tires. For right now, lap times are pretty stagnant compared to the leaders. Big and Lee side by side for seventh right here. The 38 going to hold the outside 1 and 2. 38 going to hold on to that spot. Like Cliff Mullen's going to get around Jonathan Legger. For 19th. A little farther ahead, Jeremy Scherer just got around Daniel Llewellyn for 15th. And for second, Casey Graves knocking on the back bumper of that 2 car. Cody had to get out of the gas there off of 2. Gonna hurt his run. Really starting to get spread out here. These cars recently got a drafting update, a new package essentially for the Aero, and they are significantly down on draft, which is definitely an improvement here on these intermediates. These cars don't get sucked up to each other like they used to. And it's a lot more realistic, and you can see that now. The distance between everybody is just basically going to depend on pace, rather than how well you can stay in the draft. So you're also going to see, with that drafting going away, you're going to see the dirty air get better. Not as much dirty air, and they can actually run behind each other. And your speed's going to depend on how quick you are and how well you can run any specific line. So it really improves the racing as a whole. Maybe Homestead would be fine with dirty air, but tracks like Darlington, where we were at 2 weeks ago, would have helped immensely. Dirty air wasn't great there. But huge thumbs up to iRacing for making those improvements. I'm not going to talk about the Super Speedway drafting package. There's a lot of controversy going on around that right now, so I'm not going to touch on that. I want to focus on the positives, and this intermediate package is so much better, and I'm so glad they were able to get that out so quickly in just one season. Taylor trying to hold off Andrew Beach for 11th right here. Andrew run on the top, going to get a run down the back straightaway. Scherer and Banky. Looks like Banky going to go around for 16th. Not quite. Welling up to 15th. Having some late run speed there in that 23. Oh, very loose off 4. Still trying to keep it straight. These guys are battling hard for this 15th spot. Best action we got on track right now. That's pretty good. 35 and 23 still side by side as they head down the back straightaway. These two will not give it up. It's a good battle. Banky might have cleared, not quite though. Well, I'm going to dive it in and turn the 35 into 3. Well, that was unnecessary. Thought we were having a good battle, maybe not. Alright, let's go on board with the 23 with this. Off the 2. 35 gets a run and elects to stay on the bottom here to not cross over the 23's nose, and still somehow gets plowed into entering turn 3. I'm not sure, maybe the 35 missed the bottom and checked up more than the 23 expected. That's the only logical explanation I can find. Or the 23 just kind of missed his braking point and drove into the 35. That's also a possibility. It's looking more and more likely as we get more angles of this. Alright, so that's going to bring us under our second caution of the race. And we're going to see everybody taking tires here, I think. They do have 3 extra sets in the pits, so they have to be careful when they take them, but I think this is about on time. It was a really long run. If you stay out on tires, you're going to be hurting. So I think this is a no-brainer. Pouring fuel for everybody here, right here. They'll make it a one-stop race to the end as well. Bradley Wilson wins the race off pit road. And that will give Hayden Lowell the caution he needed to close back up to the field. For serving that drive-through, he was in some tough area back there. He's about 20 seconds, 25 seconds back from the leaders, and now he's going to be able to restart up in front, so, or up near everybody. It's still going to be an upward battle to get back up to the front where he was. But this is definitely a good turn of events for the 56 team. John Neckrich looks like he's going to stay out, take the wing around here. I think he came down 3 laps ago and took his fast repair and tires. So, Neckrich, it's not giving him the wave around. Alright, Bradley Wilson going to take us to the green. Becky on the inside, going to try to get his lap back here. And green flag back in the air. Good restart there for the 51. He's going to have a good lead off of 2. Montrose up to second after the pit stops. Lieber third, Wolf Parker fourth, and Giglio running out of top 5. Off of 4, Owen and Graves there. Looks like Cole Owen going to take over that 7th spot. Wellen and Mullins battle for 13th. Mullins going to take over that spot. Bradley Wilson set the fastest lap of the race right there. Scherer and Taylor side by side for 15th. 16th, sorry. Kate Moles in 15th. Cody Cleaver, major issues on the front straightaway. Heavy damage to that 2 car. What happened? Let's back it up, take a look. Running in 3rd right here. He just gets loose off 4 and the car snaps up into the outside wall. Tough break there for Cody. He was having a really good run, had a ton of speed. And the car just caught him. And we just had an issue with the 56. '23 and 56 get together into turn 1. And Hayden takes a trip through the grass. No caution for that one either. Hayden not too pleased with the 23 on the radio. 23 is already responsible for 1 caution tonight, and now he's just sent the 56 to the back. They basically served him an EOL under green. Meanwhile, battle for 4th. Giglio, he's in the wall as we check in on him. He was trying to get around Gervig for 4th. But just got a little too much speed there in turn 1. Now he is in a battle with Graves for the 5th spot. Oh man, big sideways for the 1 and the 01. Graves going to look to the inside, down into turn 1 underneath Giglio. Almost slides up into his quarter. Sneed to the inside of Jeremy Scherer. This is for the 13th spot. Brent, I think he's got more speed than the position is showing right now. He got involved in that lap 1 incident, and he's been trying to recover from that ever since. He's getting close to where he started in this race, though. I think we'll see him finish well inside the top 10 at the end of this thing, as long as something else happens to him out of his control. going to lose a spot to Dakota Lee. Trent still trying to get past that 15. Sure doing a good job defending using that top lane. And Sneed might have the position. No, not a good run off of 2 for the 81. Meanwhile, a little bit farther up, Yervig and Giglio once again. Yervig going to let him go this time. Giglio up into 4th. Macy Graves trying to go with him. And he's going to make it up inside the top 5, it looks like. Oh, not quite. 38 was there off of 2. Everybody single filed out now. Everybody running multiple lanes though, but nobody side by side. This is where the tires are going to start to fall off. There's almost 15 laps of green flag laps into this run. Wilson, 2.5 lead over Ian Montrose, who has another half second back to Wolfbarger, who has another 2 seconds back to Blake Giglio. And about a half second back to Yervig, who is, oh man, looks like he's struggling off of the exits right now. Alright, everybody's kind of fouled out, not doing too much battling. Let's go to Crank It Up. Haven't been able to do that much this season. Thankful we got some green flag racing in. Let's enjoy the Crank It Up. back. Hope you enjoyed the Crank It Up. So, we have a rivalry that's been going on for quite some time now. Bit of a one-sided rivalry if you ask me, but 23 and the 56 already got together earlier after the last restart. And apparently they've got together again recently. This time it wasn't an actual recorded incident, but the 23, according to the 56 over the radio, attempted to hook him. So we're going to keep tabs on that, see what happens. Right now the 23 is a little bit back from the 56, so Bradley Wilson still about a second and a half ahead of Montrose. Wolfmarker still about a half second back from Wolfmarker. And Giglio is slowly reeling in the 32. And emphasis on slowly. It's a little bit less than a tenth per lap, so it'll be a bit before he catches him if he keeps that rate up. Friday, I just saw your message in chat. There is no stage, but I think you're joking. So, haha. Jake, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks to everybody for watching tonight. I know you could be watching football, could be doing a lot of other things with Thursday night, and I appreciate you stopping to tune in. Whether that's for one of your friends or family, or just because you enjoy the race. I do appreciate everybody who stops in and watches, at least for a little bit. Or if you watch the whole race, that's even better. Mullins trying to get past Todd Taylor here. This is for 12th. But farther ahead, you can see Andrew Beach, Dakota Lee. These two are teammates. And Andrew trying to get around that 3 car for the 7th spot. Andrew pulls ahead in 1 and 2, but Dakota going to have the run off of 2. See if he crosses him over into 3. I think he might have let him go there. Andrew just a little bit faster right now. Andrew is going to move into that 7th spot. A little bit farther ahead, Giglio. I said it would take him a while to catch the 32, but he has reeled him in. We'll keep an eye on that, see if it progresses. Our attention a little bit farther back is Trenton Sneed. Called it. He has found his way inside the top 10. I don't think he's done there. He's got a lot of speed right now in that 81. The 06 as well. He qualified 4th tonight. He's really impressed me so far. Shown a lot of speed so far this race. Not even just about halfway in this race. And I think we're actually on the dot halfway through this race. So there you go. As I say that, Dakota Lee, it's around Trenton there. Trenton, I thought he had 9th, but Dakota going to hold on to that spot. Jeff Price was able to get around Dakota Lee. I think Trenton's going to have that passed on this time. So Dakota kind of falling back right now, might have burned his tires off. But the 845 and 81 seem to have some late run speed. Check back in on Wolfsbarger and Giglio. Giglio's still about 2/10 back. Kind of plateaued once he got to the 32. I don't think that's really going to be dirty air. I mean, it is still prevalent in these cars. It always was. It was back in the day. Dirty air is a thing no matter what. I mean, you got this brick of a race car going at 180. It's going to displace air. But these were definitely the best in terms of dirty air. And see Giglio, he's going to get a run through 1 and 2 here. Try to build up some type of move to get past this 32. Place to be for defending, it seemed to be the top tonight, especially in 1 and 2. It's really hard to pass when somebody runs the top well, as the 32 gets pretty loose there off the 4. That's going to open the door for the 1 of Giglio. Not going to be able to complete the pass, though, as Wolfsbarger uses the top, like I had mentioned, in 1 and 2. Generates that run. Going to maintain the top in 3 and 4. Top, not quite as good in 3 and 4. It's kind of a bump in the middle of the corner. And the radius just isn't as good for running the top. But Wolfsbarger is going to generate a good run down the front straightaway. We'll see if he uses it into turn 1. Giglio going to hold on to that spot, so Giglio firmly up into 3rd. And he is slowly reeling in our leader, Bradley Wilson. A little further ahead, Ian Montrose. He's actually reeling in Wilson as well. Ian ran a couple tenths faster that last time by than our leader, so don't count Ian Montrose out of this yet. I haven't talked about him much, but that's mostly because he's on an island. Hasn't been battling with anybody pretty much this whole run. But if he keeps the pace up he's got now, he's going to be battling with that leader fairly soon. O'Keefe and Hoytsma battle for 15th. Oh, Dakota Lee at the wall right in front of them. Just a shower of sparks on those cars. They're going to be almost 3 wide off the 4. The 79 backs out of it. Montrose closed the gap down to less than half a second. Right on board with him as he tries to reel in the leader, Bradley Wilson. Cole Owen going to be the first down pit road. So we're going to have pit cycle starting soon, as these drivers are approaching halfway in this run. I think we got a long way to go until we see everybody start coming down pit road, but looks like Owen in the 09 throwing the short pit. They're going to be side by side for the lead. Not going to get it done there, but he's got the speed to do it. He's just got to generate a good run. But don't look now. Blake Giglio is within half a second of those two. And keep in mind, I mean, about 20 laps ago, he was 3 seconds behind those two. So Giglio, a lot of late run speed. We've seen him. He's saved tires well all season long. As Montrose, as we're talking about Blake, gets the move done for the lead. The 36 has got good tires right now, too. See if he can hold off Giglio. Wilson, he is very loose right now. His rear tires seem to be gone. And he's going to lose second to Giglio now. He falls back to third. As Wilson coming down pit road as I say that. So both Wannagoon's patriotic cars coming down here. 68. It's a little early to me. I don't know. I would figure these guys would cut it more halfway in the run. We've got about 47 to go right now. We've gone about 38 laps green, so it's definitely short of halfway in the run. And I think they're going to pay for it on the big end of the second run here if we don't get a yellow. And Montrose and Giglio both known for running their fuel tanks dry, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that from both of these two. They're going to be mindful of those short pits and make sure they don't go too far, but I think you're going to see both of these guys. They've saved their tires well, and I think they're going to be able to save that fuel well in the process. I would say they could probably go another 12 or 13 laps. Worst case scenario. Giglio rips the top now. He's trying to run down Montrose for the lead, but he's kind of plateaued. I think Montrose has pretty good tires as well. Dave Hoytsma down pit road. There's 38 down pit road. Stop. Giglio slightly closed the gap to the leader. Todd Taylor down pit road, same with the 6th of John Neckrich. That leaves 11 cars that have yet to pit this run. In is really surprising me right now with the kind of speed he has. He was driving it a decent amount harder than that one car at Giglio. Blake really sat back and saved, but it does not seem to be paying off on the late end of this run. Montrose is seemingly able to easily hold him off here. Casey Graves down pit road. '51 of Bradley Wilson about to go around to get his lap back after pitting. And these leaders are over a second off of their pace on fresh tires, so this 51 going to easily go around those two. And every lap that ticks by, the 51 grows his lead once these guys pit. Now, they will make that time up, theoretically, if the race goes green. But they need it to go green once everybody cycles out. Meanwhile, these guys that have short pit, like the 51 and 32, they're going to hope for a yellow sometime after everybody pits, because that'll give them track position and give them the opportunity to get on even tires with everybody else once again. Montrose might have got held up a little bit by the 32. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but he loses time. That opens the door for the one car at Giglio. Off of 4. Montrose still going to lead at the line. And he's got that preferred lane in 1 and 2. Giglio going to throw it in there and throw a bit of a slide job. And he makes it stick. 36 might have backed off for him. But Giglio to the lead for the first time tonight. Oh, he grabs the wall. 10 cars still have yet to pit. Got a bit of a battle here on the 6th spot, as Cliff Mullins trying to hold off probably 4 or 5 cars here. We also have guys on new tires trying to make their way through. This is a mess. 79 and the 15 both on new tires, driving 3 wide through the middle. They got fresh tires. They can't sit around waiting for these guys to battle with each other. What a battle we have going on right here. Cliff Mullins calls out he's pitting. Down pit road here. Tough pit road entry here at Homestead. That banking change can catch you out, or you could hit the pit barrels like Kyle Larson did in real life. Montrose also down pit road from the 2nd spot, along with Jeff Price and Blake Giglio. So both our 2 leaders came down this time. Hayden Lowell, that puts him in the lead. We have O'Keefe coming down here, along with the 81 of Trip Sneak. And that will leave just 4 cars on the racetrack that have yet to come down pit road. It being the 56, the number 8, the number 20, and the number 23. Everybody else on the lead lap has come down pit road. Or is currently on pit road. And Hayden still being in the race. I'm assuming the Packers are either winning by a lot or losing by a lot. Going to stay out another time. I think these guys that have stayed out, they're going to be running out of fuel any time now, as the 8 car has come down pit road. So that leaves 3 cars that have yet to pit, and the 23 as well. So the 2 cars, just the 2 leaders, Lowell and Greenwell. And if I had to guess, they're going to come down this time by. I think that's going to be about it for their tank of fuel. 56 calls out he's pitting this time, so look at me, I'm kind of smart. And the 20 car as well. Right up over the 20 as he enters pit road. Really slow entry here for the 20. Just taking it really easy. Don't want to make any crucial mistakes. I think that's a full pit cycle with no speeding penalties. So good job, everybody. Gone around 53 laps green since caution. Bradley Wilson takes over the lead after the short pit. He has a 8.5 second lead over Ian Montrose in 3rd, who has 10 lap fresher tires than the top 2 cars. So that's going to be the thing to watch as this race continues. How much are these tires going to matter? The 10 lap difference, I think it's going to make a big difference. As we take a look at our last lap times, you can see the current pace of everybody up there in the top 15. And you can see 36, about 2 or 3 tenths faster than the top 2. Over 4 tenths faster this time by. Oh, 6 tenths. I'm sorry, Montrose with a heater. If he keeps up that pace, he'll be there within 20 laps. I doubt that pace is going to keep up for the remainder of the run. I think he's going to slow down compared to them eventually. But his speed will always be there compared to them throughout the run. As he was able to get ahead of Giglio off of pit road as well, so that's going to help him a ton. He's going to have the track position once he gets there. If he gets there. If we look back, Jen Price, Andrew Beach battling for 14th right now. Beach going to go by. He's got 2-lap fresher tires. And that is going to make a big enough difference where he makes the pass in one corner. Cliff Mullins also going to go by Jeremy Scherer just ahead. Scherer with 15 lap older tires than Mullins, so that wasn't even a battle there. "29 laps to go. Going to go around O'Keefe for 17th. These two both on really fresh tires, so I think we're going to see them make up a lot of positions here in the next 25 laps. Freshest tires in the field. That award goes to the 56 and the 20. We'll see what kind of positions they can make up with that. 56, 19 seconds back from our leader. I don't see him making up that amount of time, but I could see him getting inside the top 5 realistically. He's only about 12 seconds back from Casey Graves in 5th, and I think that's possible with the tire difference he's got. Wilson, Wolfenbarger, 5 seconds ahead of Montrose and Giglio now, so that gap is closing and fast. Dakota Lee going to get around Dave Hoytsma for 10th. Hoytsma with slightly older tires. No, sorry, he has slightly newer tires, so I think we're going to see him go around the 3 here. I had that backwards. I apologize. 79 up inside the top 10. Battle for the lead's actually getting kind of close. Just a few tenths separating the 51 and 32. Battle for 3rd, Montrose and Giglio are separated by the lap car of Cody Cleaver. Cleaver has been trying since the drop of the green after the restart. He's been trying to get back on the lead lap. I think he was hoping for a caution, didn't get it. Now he's going to try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's not too far from doing that. He's got a bit of a long run to go here. He's just going to be hoping for a caution and kind of a sweet spot. But he's in a pretty tough situation now, unfortunately. I hate to see it because, again, Cleaver had a ton of speed tonight. He had a ton of speed at Darlington. And if he keeps that speed up, I think he's got a win coming this season. Wilson and Wolfberger go by Scherer and put him 1 lap down. So he'll be in the free pass position for the moment. Wolfenbarger all over the back bumper of this 51. Wolfberger throws a move to the bottom lane in 3 and 4. Slides up right in front of the 51. That was close. Luckily, he's a teammate and he lifted for him. So Wolfberger to the lead. Thought we were going to see a repeat of 2 weeks ago in Darlington between these two. Don't look now, a little bit farther back. Ian Montrose just over 2 seconds back from our leaders and still running about a half-second faster per lap. So by that math, we're about 4 laps away from that 36 getting to those two. And I hate to say it for them, but I think it's about over in terms of them being in the lead. They need a caution ASAP if they want to retain that track position. But Montrose going to have some lap traffic to contend with here. The 15 older tires, the 20 with newer tires just ahead of him. And the 2 of Cleaver, who also has newer tires in him. And he's just kind of stuck in between the 36 and the 1 right now. Montrose with that lap traffic, he actually didn't gain much time there on the leaders. We are at 19 laps to go in this race. And I'm still unsure who's going to win this. Wolfberger, he's actually started to drive away from the 51 here. He's keeping up pace compared to that 36. So I think we've about hit that point in the run where they start to even out on tires. And that's bad news for the 36 and 1 car. They were hoping they'd hold on a little bit longer until they got to those leaders. Time by. Wolfberger and Montrose dead even on lap times. Last lap up on the tower. Giglio was still 2/10 faster than the leader. Wilson significantly slower than the cars surrounding him. I think that's going to end up being a problem for him here. Dakota Lee just came down. He made a second pit stop there on this cycle. So he's going to make one more pit stop than everybody else, but he's got fresh tires. Going to get one of his laps back right here. Montrose and Giglio going to want to get around 51 quickly. And we have a caution. That changes everything, and who it's going to involve. The 56 and the 23. Well, we just saw an intentional wreck ruin a great race. And I could not be more frustrated. I could not be more frustrated right now. I cannot believe this. We were going to see an awesome finish. Top 4 were all closing. Different tire strategies. It was so good. And some bullshit rivalry ruins this. Absolute horseshit. Let's back it up one more time. Let's take a look at this pointless act from the 23. Get into the corner, and he's just at the 56 is pushing the 23 in the wall. 23 just driving down into the 56 and just turns himself across his nose. Alright, we got pit stops underway. Giglio going to win the race off pit road. Takes 2 tires. Looks like Wilson going to get second, Wolfbarger third, Montrose fourth, and Jurvig rounding out our top 5 off pit road. We're going to see one of the best finishes we've probably seen all season there. And we'll never know how it ends. I apologize to everybody in this race that I let this happen. These two have been a problem. And action should have been taken, apparently. So. Yep, go ahead. Go ahead. Everybody ahead of the leader, go ahead. Get your lap back. I'll clear the blacks. Want to make sure the wave rounds get to the field. Alright, coming back to the green here. Giglio gonna be the control car. Alright, penalty fiasco. 10 laps to go. Giglio out front. Wilson and Wolfbarger second and third. Wolfbarger, Wilson, trade spots. Wilson up into second, and he's ripping the top lane. Giglio goes up to dump some dirty air on him. It's not going to do too much now, but it does do enough to put the 51 in the wall, I think. Ian Montrose, we saw he had a lot of speed. He was in prime position to take the lead before that caution came out. He's rocking fourth right now. Those two identical cars right there battling for second on the bottom. 51 nearly slides up into the one. .32, good run on the bottom. Now they're side by side down the front. Straightaway contact to the 51. Puts him in the wall. Those two teammates are going at it. Meanwhile, Giglio retains the lead. But I don't think there's much teammates going on. The top three are technically wanted goons, but they're all racing for themselves right now. Wolfbarger, good run on the top. Gonna have a run on Giglio down the back straightaway. Gonna take that run to the inside into 3. 51 gonna take the outside and build up a run off the 4. Wolfenbarger major loose in 3 and 4. Wilson grabs the wall, and now Montrose makes it 3 wide on the bottom. Ian Montrose to second. Wilson battles back on the middle. Wolfenbarger trying to build a run on the top this time. Montrose will clear up into second off of turn 2. Blocks the bottom now into 3. That is the preferred lane in 3 and 4, I would say. And you can see why. He's going to surge ahead of the 51. But Bradley going to have a run off of 4. Can he do anything with it? As he's side by side with Wolfenbarger. These two not giving an inch. 4 laps to go here at Miami. Off of 2, Montrose clear in the second. Can he make a run for Giglio? Wilson with a run off before. He's going to take it to the bottom lane. Caution is out. 3 laps to go. We get a caution. And it's going to be between the 2, 82 and O'Keefe, and that is going to do it for this race. Blake Giglio is your winner. We don't have enough time to get the race restarted. Let's take a look at what happened to bring this caution out. 3 and 4. The 92 slides up into the 82 of Mullins, and he goes around and ends up going down pit road. So, like I said, Giglio to be your winner. We don't have overtimes in this. We're going to finish these last 2 laps out under yellow. Alright, white flag in the air. Not as exciting as I would have liked it to be. Barney actually not waving the white. He's only got the yellow in his hand. He's not smart enough to do 2 hands, unfortunately. And let's get our interview started early here. Hey Blake, it's Lucas County.
How's it going?
Hey man, well, you're going to take home the win under caution here. First time this season it's happened. It's got to be a little bittersweet. You couldn't fight for it, but got to take the win.
No, it's
right?
okay. Trust me, it is okay. The yellow is okay that came out right there. I was blocking my ass off there for most of the thing. Honestly, my tires, I felt like we were going to catch them, but then the 2 was aero blocking for the 36, and I couldn't get up there. So I'll take the 2-tire win right here, and happy with hopefully gain on Garrett there a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Led some laps tonight. It was looking like you and Ian were on a good strategy there before that bullshit caution came out. How do we feel about that one?
What happened? I don't even know what happened.
The 23 and 56 were screwing around in the back for nothing. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate whoever caused that for my 2-tire call right there. Win goes out to them. I'm not gonna lie, I think iRacing ruined this car. Tires weren't as good as I thought they were gonna be here, and
I think it's the cold weather because they didn't actually change the tire on this car this week, so it was just the aero.
Why does it feel so bad?
It's the first time we've had a cold weather race. I think that's is what you're feeling.
Okay.
So that is the big difference.
Well, then maybe. Oh, I can't even do a burnout. Hopefully, when it gets hotter again, we'll be good at saving those tires.
Absolutely, man. Well, got any shout-outs for the win?
Yeah, shout out Mr. Bubble, back-to-back, Gen 4. Casey for making this hot rod, Wannagoons, OG Gear. All my teammates tonight that were racing out there, one of us were going to get it done, so just happy to get the win and hopefully, like I said, get that point lead. Or hopefully soon get the point lead.
Absolutely, man. Nice job on the win. And we'll see you next week.
And thank you for your broadcasting. Put the league on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Where are we at next week? Hang on, I want to check. Indianapolis. That's right. It's doubleheader week. So
I like that.
That's going to be a nice hot race for you. Looking forward to the tire saving.
Thank you.
See ya. As Blake Giglio. Now let's see if we can get a word with our rest of our top 3 here. Ian, it's Lucas. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. Witnessed a pretty awesome race between that top 4. You looked like you were in a pretty good spot there with about 15 to go, and then that caution came out. But strong run for you tonight. Walk us through it.
Yeah, no, I felt good. All on the bottom, all the way through the race. I felt we had long run speed, which is not my forte usually. But no, I felt strong. I thought I was going to be able to catch everybody, and it was just a case of whether I'd be able to fend off Blake if that had continued to go green. But I guess we'll never know. But yeah, no, I'm just glad that I could get back to them and get P2. I think if I'd finished outside of the podium, I would have walked away pretty upset. But to get a P2 today, I think is pretty fair. But yeah, I think we could have won today. I think I legit could have won today, and I can walk away feeling good about that one. So yeah.
Definitely, I would agree. You had a really good winning speed. You led some laps straight up on pace, and I wish it would have worked out for you, but still, like you said, you had awesome pace tonight, and nice job on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Got any shout-outs for the second place?
Yeah, it was 712Breaks for sponsoring the league. Yourself for broadcasting and adminning it. I know how difficult it is, but I appreciate you and all the hard work you put in. Everybody at C2X, and yeah, family and everybody. Appreciate everybody coming out racing tonight, and congratulations to Blake. It was fun racing those top 4, and yeah, excited to come back next week. So,
absolutely, man. Appreciate you talking to us. Appreciate the kind words. We'll see you next week at Indy.
All right, mate. Take care.
Macho's taking home second. Now we'll get a word with our third place finisher. A better camera angle here. Bradley, it's Lucas. Got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, taking home a third place tonight. Looked like you had some pretty good short run speed tonight, and nice podium finish for you, but just didn't work out quite how I think you expected there at the end. Those cautions kind of made it interesting, but walk us through your night.
Honestly, the cautions almost saved us. The first run kind of backed it off, knew we don't have the best long run pace here at Homestead. Don't know how you and Blake do it, but still trying to figure that out. But then I got bored the second run, and I decided, screw it, I'm going to the wall. Hit the wall a few times, and it didn't handle too well after that. So we were kind of just holding on. Then the 32 got by us, and I'm like, well, damn, I'm going to finish behind him again. Then the caution came out, and I really thought we were safe. Almost sped, went 54 and a 50, didn't get caught. So shout out the officials. Really thought we were going to have a chance there, but then Blake he went up there to block, he gave me a little dirty air, and it was Joe over from there. So just shout out to Blake for running smart.
Yeah, I didn't think the dirty air would work there, but I noticed that as well. He just jumped up there right in front of you, got you in the wall. Pretty dirty move there from the teammate.
Well, it definitely wasn't as bad as last night, so I'll take that any day of the week.
Absolutely, man. Got any shout-outs for the podium?
Gotta shout out Wolfenbarger, Blake for being teammates and racing me hard. Always love that. Ian for getting P2. He kept me honest there during that long run. You for broadcasting this. Everyone for showing up and racing, making this a blast. We actually had green flag pit stops. It's a shock. So shout out to everybody.
Appreciate you talking to us, man. Congrats on the podium. We'll see you next week at Indy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
There you go. That's going to be our top three. Now we're going to look at our results, finish out the night. Blake Giglio taking home the win. Ian Montrose in second. Bradley Wilson third. Garrett Wolfbarger fourth. Liam Urvig running out our top five. His first start of the season. Nice top five form there. Casey Graves with a sixth. Todd Taylor with a nice seventh. Hayden Lowell with an eighth. Good rebound there from all the things that happened to him this race. Toll Owen taking home ninth. Andrew Beach running out our top 10. Then Trent Sneed in 11th. Patrick O'Keefe 12th. John Neckarts 13th. Dakota Lee 14th. Jeff Price running out the top 15. Then you got Davis Marino 16th. Jonathan Lager 17th. Cliff Mullins 18th. Cliff got turned there and was involved in that last yellow, so he could have finished probably closer to the top 10 if that hadn't happened, but still, good run for Cliff tonight overall. Just didn't get the finish I'm sure he wanted. Cody Cleaver as well. He had really good speed early on in this race, but unfortunately one mistake pretty much cost him his track position, but still, nice 19th finish for him there. Jeremy Scher running on our top 20. Daniel Llewellyn, 21st. Matt Banky, 22nd. Dave Hoytsma, 23rd. And Dalton Hayes running out our 24 cars tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Be sure to tune in next week for our Indianapolis doubleheader, the Cup Series and the Gen 4 Series. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome. And I think the Gen 4 Series, if you ask me, is going to be a little more awesome. It's going to race a little bit better, but we'll wait and see. I'm not going to call it out yet, but thank you for watching tonight. I've been Lucas Hoytsma, and we will see you next week.